amazing. There's so many of you. I love you. It's wild. I have to take a picture of you guys eventually. I mean, it took us 10 minutes just to get you all in here. That's incredible. Hey, I'm Caitlin. Half the room is like, oh crap, this isn't the panel I meant to be at. So yeah, I'm here to talk to you about my job or something like that, and you can ask me whatever you want. Hooray! Okay, I'm taking a picture of this half the room. Everybody smile. Yay! Okay, and then this half the room. Everybody smile. Yay! Focus, focus. In the wings. Smiling.
In the wings?
Way over here, smiling in the wings. Yay! Perfect. It's proof. People do like me. I'm not making it up. I found that at these kinds of panels, the best thing to do is to ask you what you want to ask me. But I will do a little intro thing and try and answer some of the questions that people ask all the time to get them out of the way. So I'm Caitlin, you already know that. Stuff I've done. Most people know me as Winry from Full Metal Alchemist. And also Haruhi from Ouran High School Host. Oh, that's incredible. That got a bigger cheer than Full Metal. That's pretty cool. Let's try it again. Okay, Full Metal Alchemist. That's weak. Ouran High School Host. Love it. Okay. And I've done lots of other stuff. I primarily work for Funimation Entertainment up there in the Dallas area, but I've occasionally got to do stuff other places, like do a little bit of Cammy White and Street Fighter 4. Any Street Fighter fans? Anyway, so yeah, that's just a handful of the things that I do. I've also been an ADR director, directing shows like Suzuka and Line Girls of Iron and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood and Ouran High School Host Club. and a few other things. And let's see what else. I started back in 2004 when I was just a college student studying acting. And I have a friend, still have a friend, who works at Funimation who gave me a tour one day. And on the tour, I met a director who on the spot kind of made me audition, and they hired me. And I'm still there. So they even let me leave and go live in Europe for a while and come back, and I still get to work there. So I lead a very charmed life in that regard. I feel very, very blessed and fortunate. So that's the main ones. The what do you do and how did you get to the business? And okay, your turn. Ask me things. Who's got a question? Cool, I'll see you later, you guys. Nice knowing you, right there in the yeah.
Will you be speaking in the voices?
I'm sorry?
Will you be speaking as your characters?
Well, if you want me to, I guess. I will tell you that I'm pretty bad at A, remembering things that are important lines, and B, improvising. Isn't that awful? But it'll probably prove to be entertaining one way or the other. So I can certainly try. Other question, right here.
Yeah, I'm going to be studying acting next semester at the university.
Rad.
So I just wanted to know, are you more of a method actor or a technical actor?
Oh, that's a very cool question. A method actor or a technical actor? Well, when you think of it, even the method is a technique, which makes it technical in its own regard. I can't say that I've honestly tried it. I think that maybe movie stars and stuff have more of an opportunity to be method because they're getting paid so much money, and all they have to do is focus on that thing. So when you're more of a struggling actor, you still have a day job, you still like teach kids during the day, or I teach adults English during the day. So I can't just say, today I'm just going to be my character all day long. Like, I don't know. Like, no, I have to be Caitlin, I have to be a wife, I have to walk the dog, I have to, do all these things. So I guess maybe I'm more of like a Stanislavski type actor. That's what they mainly teach you at school. You'll focus on that, and then maybe you'll spend time going, there's also the Meisner technique, and there's also this technique, and then you decide as an actor, like, what works for you. Bits from this, and bits from that, and go from there. Well, good luck to you. What else? What else? Yes, in the jacket.
Yes, I'd like to ask you, what do you think are the most important qualities for a voice actor?
The most important qualities for a voice actor. That's a very good question. Clarity of voice, most of the time. I mean, there are actors that can have kind of gravelly, voices, real chunky sounding, and that works for like the big tough guys and the villains. But just, say your average heroine or hero, middle school to high school, young woman or man, clarity. You just have to have good vocal clarity. You enunciate, you articulate, you can be understood first. Energy in the voice, the ability to read a line and bring it to life, really. So, I mean, the main word in the phrase voice actor is actor. You have to be able to be an actor. Just because you watched a lot of anime does not qualify you to be a voice actor. I've eaten a lot of food. That doesn't mean I should be a chef. Same idea. I'm trying to think. Energy is really important. So clarity, energy, and when I was a director and I would have new people come in and audition for me, they really have to have the ability to look at a script and see it for the first time and commit to it and make decisions about which lines they're going to emphasize and which lines they aren't going to. You know what it's like when you are in school, say like you're young, like junior high, maybe even high school, and the teacher wants you to, we're going to read this lesson out loud in class from the textbook, and everybody has to go, and there's always a couple of people that when they get called on, you're like, oh gosh, this is going to take forever. And it's okay, I mean, everyone learns at their own speed, but there are times in your learning how to read where you're still learning to process where and just kind of be able to tell intuitively where the sentence is going to end and how I should pause at the period and pause at the comma and all of that kind of stuff. Well, in voice acting, you can't struggle with those things. You have to know how to do it. And it's something that you learn, like when you go to acting school. It's what's called a cold read. And it's a type of audition where, unless you have gone and checked out the script from the library or something like that, you don't know what you're going to say. You don't have it memorized. So maybe when you show up is the first time you see what you're saying. And that's what it's like in our job as voice actors. We don't take scripts home. We don't get DVDs to watch. We don't know what the heck's going on. And all that we have to go on is what the director tells us. And also, we don't know what's going on in scenes that aren't our own. If it doesn't pertain to my character, I don't have a clue. So the ability to look at a line and know how to read it through sounds really dumb, like, well, it's just reading. Yeah, it's reading. It's really important. You have to be a good reader. So those are a few qualities that I could think of. Cool question.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Right here.
You also been a director as well as voice actor. As a director, have there been moments that you sort of like doing as a director as opposed to being a voice actor, or are they interchangeable in a sense?
Yes, it's being a voice actor and being a director, like kind of interchangeable, meaning.
But how are they different?
Okay. How are they different, and maybe how are they the same?
Yeah.
Okay. They're quite different. They're related, like it's the same industry, and you have the same goal. Let's bring this cartoon to life in English.
Okay.
Yeah. But when you're an actor, all you have to be concerned with is yourself and your character.
Okay.
And that's it, which is quite nice. You just show up to work and go, okay, who am I? I'm Winry. Yeah, and you just do it. And you know the few things that you know about your character. If you don't understand, you can ask the director, now why are they doing this? Because the director does know. They've seen the entire show from start to finish many, many, many times. So they are your resource. So that's the biggest difference. An actor knows nothing and the director knows everything. And I don't mean that to sound like the actor is stupid, they know nothing, but it's great. It's one of the best acting experiences because it's purely organic. You show up and all I know is, okay, I'm Winry, I look like this, I'm this age, this is my friend Ed, this is my friend Al, here's what I do with my life. But as far as the things that happen to her, they're happening to Caitlin at the same time. So the way I react is natural. Yeah, that's what's cool about not rehearsing. I don't sit at home going, now should I say it like this? It's like I just say it however I say it. And the director, on the other hand, they may need to no, like, no, she has to say it a certain way because in the next scene that's going to matter. Or I have to say it a certain way because even though Vic hasn't recorded yet, Ed is going to say blah, blah, blah. And so your response has to sound like, oh, okay. So that's the main difference. Actors know about their character, and the directors know about the entire show, every single character, from Ed Elric down to Soldier A, who, so yeah. So that's the biggest difference. And it's cool. It's nice when you've been directing all day to just then go into the booth with another director and like, oh, I don't know, I only have to make decisions about myself. And then even then, I don't even have to. I just do it, and if they don't like it, I do it again. Yeah, acting's a little more relaxing in that regard. Yes, ma'am.
Is there a difference in your education background? Do y'all from the acting to the directing?
No, not necessarily. I'd say most of the directors they were either actors first or sound engineers first. So I suppose those of us who were actors first, I don't know how to run a Pro Tools session and do all of the things that the directors that were engineers first do know how to. But the director doesn't have to, because you have a director and you have an engineer and you have the actor. So it's the director's job to listen and watch and give acting directions. And the engineer records it all, and then they can tell the director, oh, this file is messed up, or this isn't going to work, etc. So that's really the main difference as far as what we learned before we got to Funimation. But even both the actor-turned-director and the engineer-turned-director learned the same things within the building. While Zach and Tyler were sitting over here being engineers, they learned from the directors how to talk to actors. And while Caitlin and Mike McFarland and Colleen and all these other people were in the booth being actors, we learned from the director how to talk to an engineer, how to talk to an actor, right? So we all learn the same things once we're there. And I think it's really cool. Right now, let's see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4 directors who were actors and 3 who were engineers first. So, yeah. And now everybody's done acting also. Even the engineers have been actors too. So, yeah. Very cool question. I don't think I've ever been asked that before. In the back.
You played Vivi in One Piece.
Yes, I did.
Are you doing any other characters for any of the upcoming arcs?
Hang on a sec. I actually need the coffee because I'm cold. So the question was, since I'm playing Vivi, or since I play Vivi, I need another can. Pausing. Oh my gosh, that looks so good. Okay. As of right now, no. I don't know that I can, because her character was, she lasted for a long time. She was around for a while. And even Vivi was Miss Wednesday first, so I've already actually used 2 voices. I don't know if it makes me really sad because I love One Piece. Like, what a fun, cool adventure of a show, and it just keeps going, and it's great, and it's good. It's not oh my gosh, is it still going on? It's hooray, it's still going on! Like, what will we do when there's no more One Piece? I don't know. So it makes me sad. I'm really glad that I was able to play Vivi. She's a fabulous character, and she's up there with the favorites characters of all time that I've played. So I think the only way I could be in the show again is maybe if I played a little boy. That's really it. Or if I got to play like a critter or something. Every once in a while there's a character that has, Vivi had Kadu the duck. Like, maybe somebody else will come along with an animal, and I could just be an animal. I would do that. That would be really fun. I did get to play a lot of animals, actually. Even in the Alabasta arc, I think, like those weird seal-like things. I think I was one of those. Those strange bird things, I was one of those. And then the arc after Alabasta, when they're in the snow, and there's those big giant snow bunnies. Where I was the little one. That was me. I'm like, please can I be this snow bunny? So I think that is my future for One Piece, little boys and animals.
You should tell people how much they should watch One